Welcome to my views and news. Some news stories from Ethiopia, about Ethiopia rather. Uh, Firstly, Ethiopian embassy in Sudan came under attack in the last 24 hours. Reportedly, no silence, no statement from Ethiopian government who carried out this attack. Is it a revenge attack or similar attacks have been carried out against other embassies too? Secondly, Tigray viewers, in some previous videos, I spoke on the issue of imprisonment of Tigrayans in Tigray. TPLF put in prison those Tigrayans who worked with Tigray interim government established in Tigray at the start of 2021. Then TPLF came back to Mekelle, and the Tigrayans who were working with interim government established by federal government, they were arrested and put in prisons. Now Tigray government is considering the release of these Tigrayans reportedly. Firstly, viewers, Sudan, where attack on Ethiopian embassy is being reported. In the 5-day long fighting so far, around 200 have been killed in Sudan. 200 civilians, I would say, because number of fighters killed would be much more. 200 killed, more than 1,000 injured. And from Khartoum, it is being confirmed that from Umdurman, 4 members of an Ethiopian family died. They died in an airstrike reportedly. 4 members of one family and some other Ethiopians too. So 10 casualties are being confirmed in and near Khartoum, in Khartoum, Bari, Umdurman reportedly. And secondly, Ethiopian embassy in Khartoum came under attack. No details have been shared so far by any party, by Ethiopian government, by rapid support forces, or by Sudanese government, but attack is being confirmed. Ethiopian embassy is not the only embassy which came under attack, because this morning I reported that EU Ambassador Adon O'Hara's residence was stormed by militia members. They entered there and Adon O'Hara was mildly injured, I think, though he remained safe. Joseph Borrell, EU top high representative, spoke condemning this attack. A vehicle of US embassy came under attack as well in Sudan. So Ethiopian embassy is not the only embassy which came under attack. Can we say that this is a revenge attack? Maybe by some factions which believe that Ethiopia is a party to this conflict. I don't think that it would be that we should conclude that it was a revenge attack. Problem is that there are so many players in this war. It's difficult to know what is happening on the ground. Sudanese military is not just one institution. It is backing several militias. RSF fighters are more organized than Sudanese military, I think. Still, they have their units. And the local armed gangs could be operating too. Some sources claim that the attack was carried out by rapid support force fighters, that they carried out attack on EU ambassador's residence too, and the US embassy vehicle was fired at by these rapid support force members. And they say that rapid support force members are targeting whatever is coming in their way. They are looting markets, they are storing supplies, they want to terrorize everyone because they want to tell that they are the in charge in Khartoum. So I have no credible information to blame any party. But RSF in its statement condemned attacks on diplomatic missions. Sudanese military in a statement accused RSF that it is RSF which is violating international law. And there could be some elements within RSF who are involved in these attacks because yesterday RSF said that some people clad in RS uniforms are being sent to infiltrate rapid special forces, and they're being sent by Sudan military. So it was an indirect admission by rapid support forces from Dagalo that they were involved in some attacks on embassies, diplomatic missions. It is not policy issued from central command. I think on the ground there could be some groups, some people who are involved in these attacks, and the attackers could be from rapid support forces. Ethiopians in Sudan are very vulnerable viewers. Ethiopia's relations have not been very ideal in the past 2 years or so. And Sudan is hosting more than 70,000 Ethiopian refugees. Refugees mainly from Tigray. So if this war goes on, and if Ethiopia becomes a party, or if Ethiopia is seen as a party by Sudanese army or by rapid support forces, Ethiopians who are in Sudan, their lives could be in danger. And so far, Ethiopia is not evacuating its citizens from Sudan. Other countries are planning. Kenya reportedly is planning evacuation of citizens from Ethiopia, though no Kenyan killed so far. No plan from Ethiopian government to evacuate its citizens from Sudan. At the same time, Ethiopian absence from IGAD meeting is creating suspicions about Ethiopian role in Ethiopian involvement in this conflict. Secondly, was Tigray, where prisoners imprisoned by TPLF are going to be released. In the first round of fighting in Tigray, in the first month, in November 2020, Tigray forces were pushed out of Mekelle, Tigray's capital, and the federal government established an interim government in Tigray. Some Tigrayans supported the interim government. Those Tigrayans who worked with that interim government were put in prison by TPLF when TPLF returned to Mekelle in June 2021. Since then, they've been in prison. For around 1.5 years, these Tigrayans have been in prison. So while TPLF Tigray activists complain that thousands of Tigrayans are still in prisons, put in prison by Ethiopian government, no one mentions the Tigrayans in prisons in Tigray, imprisoned by TPLF. In several videos, I raised this issue, and Tigray government is now going to start the release of these prisoners reportedly. Tigray government says that plan is being finalized to release these Tigrayans. But those who are involved in serious offenses like murder, rape, smuggling, etc., they will not be released. Others will be released. Let's see, we'll try to upload in coming videos about this release. So far, releases are not started. It's going to start in coming days. But let's see how many Tigrayans are released. How many are not released, and what are the charges against them. We'll try to update you. Secondly, Tigray government today gave a 10-day time period to Tigray government officials to return to their work. Tigray government officials have been working without any salaries. So that is why some left their jobs. Now Tigray government has received a budget from the federal government. It is in a position to give salaries, to pay salaries to a government employee. That is why now a request is being made. Instruction has been passed by Tigray government to its employees to return to their job so that their unpaid salaries could be paid and new salaries for their work could be paid. So things improving in Tigray, that government employees are being told to join their work. Thank you for watching.